when you found out that he was already like had a previous relationship, we had a kid? How'd you feel, or how'd you take it?
I always told myself that I did not want to get with somebody that has a kid.
Wait, you told yourself that?
Yeah, I told myself that. Like, I did not want to be with somebody that has a kid.
That's new information. That's new information.
That's new to all of
Damn,
us.
it's getting juicy.
Okay. Hello, guys, and welcome to a brand new episode. I am your host, Bramty.
And I'm your host, Lewis.
And for today's episode, we have two guests in which we haven't had guests on this show in quite some time. So I'm very excited to be like conversating with somebody besides Lewis, you know, and
Well, that's supposed to be.
like new conversation, you know.
It's exciting.
But I'm very excited. So before I introduce you to these two new guests, let me just update you and tell you that we are currently filming from Florida, from the United States of America, and we left Costa Rica like 2 days ago, and we came here just really briefly just to like get something situated and like repack our suitcases, get new clothes, just so we can get prepared for our next country, because as you guys know, we sold our house, put everything in storage, and we're currently traveling the world. So we're about to be in our next country in a couple of days, and of course we had to get this podcast filmed while we were here in Florida with our family. So speaking about family, let me introduce you. Well, actually, let me reintroduce you to Richard, my brother, and to Veronica, my sister-in-law.
Wow.
Hello,
After
guys.
intense negotiations with our managers, I finally accepted this, this contract of doing this podcast. So thank you to our managers.
He has no managers. But guys, welcome.
I have my managers right here.
It's me. I'm the
This is my
manager.
manager right here.
Yeah, so thank you guys for coming on the show today.
Thank you for
This is
inviting
your
us.
first time. It's been a while.
I'm kind of nervous.
It's been are you? No, but you're going to do good. You're going to do good. So Richard, you've been on the podcast before. Like what, a year ago, a year and a half, 2 years?
I think less than a year, honestly.
Less than a year? No, I think more than a
This
year.
is
I think
close
it
to a
was
year.
more.
You sure?
He's been on 2, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Well, before we start off, like I want to say cheers.
Cheers.
I'm really happy you guys are doing this trip and travels.
Wow.
That's a blessing because not a lot of people can do that.
Yeah.
But you guys are actually like God
And y'all
bless
really
you guys.
deserve
So
it. You worked hard for it.
hopefully
Thank
we
you.
get to go to a trip with you guys one day.
Yeah.
Very soon, hopefully.
We'll talk about that
We'll
later.
talk about
in
that.
the
We'll talk about
podcast.
that.
But so I'm going to reintroduce you to my brother Richard because he has been on. But last time he was on, I feel like you were a different person. You were going through hardships. You were going through some things in your life.
You're going through things.
That had to do specifically with your kid. And him coming on this podcast now, he's like a whole new person. And
360.
he has like a new energy to him. He's like,
Let me interrupt you because I feel like ever since I got into his life, he's a whole different person. I brought like a flare out of him, the light out of him. Like he's just
God.
so much happier.
Can we
So
put
much
applause?
happier.
Wow.
Who are you?
Yeah, who are
Wow,
you,
that
man?
that was pretty good. Wow, baby. Thank you.
So
Don't you agree? Don't you agree?
I agree.
Exactly.
Wow, babe.
Exactly.
Yeah, so the woman speaking, she
my
is my
gosh.
new sister-in-law.
Yes.
That was intense.
Veronica, welcome.
Yes. Good to be here.
Thank you.
Wow.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I am half Cuban, half Chilean. I am currently
Cuban.
working. Yeah.
Wow.
Half Cuban. And I'm currently working on my bachelor's. I will be done in a few days, actually. So
Oh,
I'm in the
nice.
medical field, so I'm excited about finishing that.
Okay, beauty and
Wow.
brains.
guys
And
can't-
I love to cook.
Okay.
Wow. You guys can't stay away from
I
Cubans
did
who can
good,
cook.
right? I did good or what?
So I feel
Yeah.
like Richard copied me
You did good.
because I'm
You
with a
did copy,
Mary.
you
I'm
copied.
with a Cuban man who cooks.
That cooks.
And he went and found a Cuban
Cuban
woman.
lady.
that
yeah,
cooks.
woman.
He
after
had
like
to.
several years, many years with seeing you and Bramty, I'm like, you know what? I need to find a Cuban that can cook, that can do some picadillo, all the things you make.
Wow.
So I was like, you know what?
You're
I'm about to go
inspired.
on this dating app and look for
you inspired.
Cuban chicks. So
And you found one.
I found one.
You found one.
Yeah, and I was like, hey,
Thank you to Chispa.
before we started the conversation, do you know how to cook? She's like, of course. I was like,
Honestly, that
what do you know how
honestly
to cook?
was
She
our
was like,
first conversation.
Did he really
picadillo.
ask you?
Yeah, he really did ask me if I know how to cook.
No,
Wait,
no,
for
no.
real?
Off the bat, no, I didn't.
No, not off the bat, but like you eased into
Eventually,
it.
I
eventually.
eased into it.
Like it was a goal. It was like the number one goal.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
technically
So is
how
that
I
your
won him
make or
over.
break? Or Richard?
Look, she just called me Louis.
Yeah, she called you. We have issues,
She always
bro.
does that.
Sorry.
Look, I mean, not make or break, but that was definitely like a added brownie point.
It was a
100%.
bonus. That's how I won you over, though. You know, like cooking like picadillo.
I mean, think about it. Just waking up in the morning, smelling that sazon.
Sazon.
And I was like,
that's what I have. Have
Damn.
sazon.
Hey. So yeah, so this is Veronica, my new sister-in-law, and then you guys obviously know my older brother Richard. And for today's podcast episode, we are going to get deep. We're going to these topics are gonna hit somebody. Like if you're watching or listening, like this is going to relate to you guys.
Yep.
We're not gonna be here just like talking BS, but things that are real life things and
that people go through.
Exactly. When they first met, you both were going through things in your life.
Yeah.
And they were both similar in a way. You were dealing with the loss of your father, and you were dealing like in a way with the loss of your son.
Not like a loss of like death way.
No,
but-
yeah. I mean, if you guys saw that podcast, you know which type of loss I'm talking about. So I think, and I want to get your opinion, but since you guys were going through similar things in your life, do you think that brought you guys closer together?
I feel like it did bring us closer together. I feel like God knew what he was doing in terms of like timing, because he put him in my life literally right before my father passed away. So in a way, he like helped me heal. Yeah, I think so.
Richard?
Yeah, I believe that everything happens for a reason, and she came right at that moment. And I always tell her, like, you were literally my guardian angel. You were there for me, and you stood by me with everything that had going on in my life.
It's like we supported each other through that like hardship.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely something that I opened my eyes to see, and like there's definitely that woman. You know, there's always many fish in the sea, and that truly is a good saying, because she was definitely that one person
That was that
out of
one
a lot
fish
of people that
so
was
good.
yeah. But I'm grateful for her. I really am.
He found Dory. He found Dory.
He found Dory.
Yeah, for Dory. Damn, Finding
that was
Nemo.
good, right? That
I
was
like
good, right?
it. That
How
was
come you
good.
don't say things like that about me?
Baby.
You don't call me Dory.
You mean you don't like me?
Disney, bro. Okay, I like it.
Like it. No, so speaking about that though, like the fact that he found you at the right time, you guys were both going through things. It's not the typical way of like to start dating somebody, right? Because like he had to tell you, I have a kid, right? So how did you like take that when you found out that he was already like had a previous relationship, we had a kid, and you had to like enter a relationship in that way? Like how'd you feel, or how'd you take it?
Well, I always told myself that I did not want to get with somebody that has a kid.
Wait, you told yourself that?
Yeah, I told
Really?
myself that. Like, I did not want to
New
be with
information?
somebody that
Wait, that's
has
new
a
to me.
kid.
That's new information. That's new information.
That's new to all
Man,
of
it's
us.
getting juicy.
Okay.
But yeah, I always told myself I didn't want to be with somebody that has a kid or was married. And he ended up having both.
Oh my god.
Wait. I'll stop that right there. I was not married. There's a difference. I was separated, legally
You were married,
separated,
though.
Legally.
separated, legally.
Legally separated.
But if you
Right.
say legally separated, you're still married to her. So then people are going to be like, oh, like they got together while he was still married. You know, you're technically still married legally.
You were going through the divorce.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. So
but we were living far. We were living.
yeah, you guys had been split up.
split up for a while.
We were just
Basically,
waiting
yeah.
for paperwork through the court because we know that takes forever.
No, I just want to make sure like your audience and
It's
you guys
clear,
know
yeah.
like it wasn't like I was
You-
still like living in the same household.
No, no, no.
Yeah,
I
you
was-
didn't step out your
no.
marriage to
it was
cheat
literally
or
like,
anything like that.
we made a decision that we're not going to be together. I put
was
in
over.
the
It was
divorce
over.
paperwork. We're done,
was-
and we're legally separated until we got all our affairs.
Yep.
You know,
In order,
In
yeah.
order. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So I said I didn't want to be with somebody that had a kid or was like going through a divorce or anything like that. And he ended up having both. So when he told me, I was kind of in shock, but we were already like deep into talking and dating. And I saw something in him and I'm like, you know, like when you know, you know.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
that's how I felt with him. Like,
You were in love already.
yeah,
basically.
I basically already was like,
Damn,
I fell
bro.
in
Good
love real
job,
quick.
bro.
Yeah.
Good job, bro. Cheers, bro. Good job.
Cheers.
You locked her up. You locked her up.
Yeah. Okay, don't get too full of yourself. Anyways, but yeah, he told me, and I was just so deep into it that I didn't care.
Oh.
I was like, okay, is that it? Like that's
How did he
all
tell
you
you?
have to
How
tell
did he tell
me.
you though?
How
How
did
did
he
he
tell
tell
you?
you?
Well, before you got there, sorry to interrupt you, but it wasn't like right away. It wasn't the first or second day.
Oh, so you hid it-
it
so
took
you hid
like,
it from her?
Yeah,
It took you a bit?
It took him
So
a
you
while.
hid it from her.
well, it was like
He
I'm not-
technically did, but then
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like everybody, maybe people watching have gone through the same situation, but
Yeah.
I didn't say it right away. I said it after I known that she was the right person that I
That
want
makes
to keep
sense.
dating.
That
You're
makes
not
sense,
gonna just
yeah.
tell anybody that
The
you're
first
gonna
date.
right off the
Yeah,
bat.
and
yeah.
then like 3 days later, you're like,
Right.
yeah, I don't like her.
So
like,
I
he's
was-
making sure that
I was
you're the
like,
one.
I straight up said like, she checked off all the boxes. She's
Nice.
beautiful.
Okay, okay.
She's good personality. She's funny. Like we get along well. And I'm like, you know what? Okay, this is the girl I want to be with. I want to invest my, emotions, money, whatever you
Time.
want to call it, time.
Yeah.
So I want to tell her now. And that took what, like a week or two, 3 weeks? I don't
yeah, a
remember.
week or two
Oh,
into
that's not
dating.
bad.
Yeah,
If it was like 6 months or something, it
I would have been like,
I would have been like, whoa.
No, that's
I was
not
like,
bad, though.
he actually texted me. He was like, hey, I have to tell you something, and it's very, very serious. And I'm
He
like,
said serious?
Yeah, he said serious, and I'm like, oh boy, like
He
this
hyped
is
it up.
it. This is gonna be the moment.
The
He was
red
telling me
flag.
that. No, he was like, I felt like he was gonna tell me, you know what, this is it. I don't want to like continue dating dating anymore, like this and that. And I'm like, I was so scared. And he made me wait until he got off of work.
Damn.
And then he tells me, and I'm like, that's
How do you
it.
say I have a kid?
Yeah.
No,
Just like
okay,
that?
So
You want to explain it?
yeah, I'll explain it. You did good. You did good. I'm just gonna go deeper into it.
Deeper into it.
So for the first time I met her, I already knew. I was like, dang, this girl, like, again, beautiful, like, charismatic, blah, blah,
Oh, thank you, baby.
blah. Did you just say, ugh?
Okay, next.
I got chills.
What? Bro, you're my
Sorry.
boy. I thought you were my... Okay,
Sorry,
whatever.
bro. Sorry, bro.
So I was texting my mom because you know how it is with my mom. She's very straightforward, very blunt. So I told her straight up, like, I don't know when to tell her of what's going on in my life. So after like 3 or 4 days, I was like, you know what? I have to tell her straight up. I got to tell her the truth. I cannot hide it from her because it's somebody I really want to be with. So I think after you said like, what, 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
Yeah.
I literally text my mom, hey, I'm going to do it. How should I do it? Through the phone, through text? How? She's like, just text her first and then, but tell her straight up. Don't waste her time because she has a lot of things going on. And she already knew a little bit because I told her already. So she's like, just tell her. Don't be.
What things going on when you say that? She had things going on.
Because I told my mom about that she has her dad who has cancer and stuff like that. And, you know, military.
So you were going through that?
Yeah, they'll tell
Yeah, I
her
was
straight up, like,
going
he's a
through that,
military
yeah.
veteran. Like, I'm a military veteran, but he's gone through a lot worse, you know.
And he was really, really sick.
So I didn't want to tell her that news about me and my past and make things worse, kind of like make her like, oh my God, I wasted my time with this guy, you know? So I was
Yeah.
worried.
She was going through that.
My mom was like, no, do it. Just tell her, be a man, tell her, and don't waste your time.
Were you nervous?
Extremely nervous. I was like, I'm gonna lose her. I was like,
Yeah.
99% chance that I was gonna lose this girl. I was gonna
Wow.
lose.
he was scared. Like when he was gonna tell me, he was like nervous.
So, yeah.
When
So-
she accepted it,
So-
did that make you fall like, I don't know if you were in love at that point, but that make you fall more in love with her or like
I
when she
wasn't.
accepted
I'm gonna be
it?
honest with you. Like, I wasn't in love with her. Like, I was. No,
It was,
I wasn't.
It was too soon. It was too,
was too soon. I wasn't in
We
love
were
with her.
just
Like,
getting to know each other.
I really liked
Trying to
her.
instigate.
I liked her a lot.
Yeah.
I liked her a lot. Like, it's a weird analogy, but like, I really like this ice cream, and I want to keep buying more of it to the point where I'm completely committed.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm gonna buy a membership on it.
But you can stop buying the ice cream whenever you want.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Bro,
Type-
him and
type
his
stuff.
analogies,
His
they're
analogies are
so
so
bad.
bad.
They're
They're
so
so
I
bad.
know it was good. It was
bad.
good. That was good.
so
I like that
bad.
analogy.
No, come on, bro. Like, you know how.
It was actually good. You guys are haters.
Okay, well, anyway, so I literally said, you know what?
These,
Why are you making that
what
face,
a
Bramty?
hater,
What?
bro.
I'm just reading the next questions.
She's not interested anymore. That's so rude, bro.
All right, I'm done.
You
I'm
lost me
done.
at the ice cream. Like it was a good speech,
I
like
tried backing you up,
sentimental,
bro.
and then he
I
just
tried
throws in
backing you up,
ice
bro.
cream membership and like
I know it just went
all
downhill
that.
after there. Sorry,
I
babe.
tried backing you up, bro. It was good. It was good for like the first 10 seconds.
Okay,
And then it fell apart.
So you both are going through this sort of loss in your life, right? Fast forward, you get pregnant.
Yes,
You get pregnant. Did you know you wanted a baby with him?
I did. Yeah,
Were
like
you-
right off the bat.
were you
That's
so
why I let
happy?
his situation slide.
Okay.
Wait, what?
Because,
You
Like
already-
I knew he was
Wait,
the
so when
one.
you knew that he was
Wait.
gonna like impregnate you and
Why are you
everything?
guys going so
Literally, yeah.
fast
Like,
forward?
he was gonna be the dad to my
What did
baby.
you say to me after I told you on text and then you called me on the phone? After, hey, I have a kid. What? Remember the conversation we had?
Yeah, I said, "Is that it? Like that's all you have
what
to
you said
tell
to
me?
me.
Like that's it?"
I
Like,
said to her,
okay.
hey, I'm just letting you know right now, like, I have a kid, this and that. I'm going through this, that. And then she said,
No, and you're like, "I understand if you don't want to like continue," and I'm like, "I don't care.
Aw.
I told
Like
you, and
I'm
I
not
was-
gonna let that situation
prom-
like interfere with me pursuing and exploring like what you and I can have because
Exploring.
I knew."
Un exploration bien deep. Es un
We
exploration
explored a lot.
tremendo.
But yeah, I didn't care.
Yeah, so I was in shock. So as soon as she said that, I'm like, I don't know what to like take like from that. Like, is she lying to me? Is she trying to be too nice? Is she like being serious? So I call my mom. Like, she said this, that. She's like, just give it time. Maybe she'll come around and be like, hey, want to go out again or whatever. And she literally texted me hours ago later. Like, she's like, hey, what are you doing? I'm like, oh my God, this is,
Oh.
she's cool with it.
You're safe.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
good. Well,
He was
that's good.
relieved.
Yeah, because I know there's a lot of people out there that like if somebody has a kid, it's a complete
Red flag, like done.
That's how it was for
not
me.
a red flag. It's not a red flag. type
Like a
of kid.
deal
like a
breaker.
deal
A
breaker.
deal
Yeah,
breaker.
that's how it was
you
for
know?
me.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's a lot of like
No, it could be a red flag though.
that's not a red flag.
There's
to
some
have a
people that
kid.
could be a red flag too, like their perspective.
Maybe like a bunch of different baby daddies and baby mamas. That could be a red flag.
Yeah, yeah,
Damn,
I
I
get
don't want
it, I
to
get it.
insult
No,
anybody.
yeah,
but-
don't say that.
No,
No, I don't think so.
Why?
No, you can
A lot of females out there that
Is that bad to say? Because the way
That's
I
not bad
see
to
it
say.
is
Don't-
like if
yeah, be
your
real, be
marriage
real.
isn't working out multiple times,
Yeah.
and you keep
then that might
spreading
be
your
a red flag in the perspective of the person
So, no,
going
that's-
into that.
Oh,
Yeah, that makes
That's
sense.
a valid question. So
Yeah, yeah,
like,
yeah.
so my question to Veronica is like, so if I told you I had 3 kids and
3 baby mamas?
2 of those kids were for
That
2
would have
different
been
women.
it. That would have been it. I would have been out.
That would have been different,
Yeah,
right?
That's
That's a whole
different.
different situation. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Not to
yeah.
throw
Because
shade
it
at
shows me
anybody.
that there's no like commitment or stability, that you can't stick with
Exactly.
one family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that nobody out there is gonna like
Yeah.
see that and be like, it's a red flag. Some people
People
might be
can
like, you know,
change.
it's
People can
fine.
change.
Like,
Yeah.
you know, I see this and I see that. But, you know, it takes a lot for you as a woman who doesn't even have a kid yourself to, you know, get with somebody that does.
Exactly.
And that goes to show that like you cared for him,
Yeah.
and not for his.
And I supported him in
Past.
everything.
So one thing I did ask about to her, I said, after we started dating and after the whole have a baby or whatever, I got deep into it, right? Like,
Wait,
hey,
what? You got
Deep
deep
into
into
her?
deep into it.
You got
Oh, into
deep
it.
into
He got
her?
so deep,
snap,
bro. Deep.
I'm scared. Oh,
Okay. And then what happened after you got deep into her?
I mean, that happened too. Look, we have a kid now. But anyways, so, so
baby, you okay?
No. Okay.
It's getting hot.
it's getting
Okay,
hot.
so after you got deep into it,
I lost my freaking train of thought.
they have a kid now, right? She brought a beautiful, beautiful baby girl into this world recently.
Recently,
You just became
yes.
a mother.
Yes, I did.
How
First
do you
time mom.
feel? How do you feel?
I am so over the moon. I'm so happy because I've always wanted to be a mother, and I feel like, I don't know, I was born to be a mother. So just
Wow.
getting to live this life as a mother is absolutely wonderful.
And you're a really good mom too.
Oh, thank
and I'm
you.
not just
So are
saying
you.
that. Thank you. And I'm not just saying that. Like I think we can all agree.
No,
like
yeah,
you're
yeah.
really good. You're
You're
very
really good.
natural at it,
Aw.
and you don't freak out. Like you have very like it just comes to you naturally.
It's like I'm calm about it.
You are.
Yeah.
So she basically made me an aunt.
wow.
Because
And me and uncle.
and him and uncle, because I mean you guys know this, right? And I hate to bring it up, but I'm only doing it because the topic, but just so you guys can get a sense of like how I feel and how I felt. Obviously, like I was an aunt years ago, but it was never like a real thing. It was just the name slapped on. For example, like my father, he's my dad, but he's not really my dad. He's just like a sperm donor. So like I was an aunt,
Yeah.
but not really an aunt.
You didn't feel like
Like
one.
I didn't have.
You didn't
Yeah,
get
but
to
you went-
experience
but
it.
you went to Chile to look for him, but okay.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So
Oh no, but you didn't play the role. You were named it, but you didn't play the role.
I didn't play the role of an aunt.
Yeah.
And that was something that always kind of like
I
hurt
respect
because I
that.
was very excited to be an aunt. What woman isn't? I feel like a girl is more excited than
Yeah.
a guy.
Yeah,
you know,
of
because
course.
it's just like a
No,
maternal
I'm excited
thing.
too. I get excited too.
And so then that never happened. And then fast forward, she comes into our lives, she gets pregnant, and I'm like, yes, like, and then, but I also was like, I hope nothing happens. I hope this isn't like a whole other
Trauma.
situation. And then I remember one time you told me, I don't know if it was on text or in person. I think it was like a week after the baby was born. I was like, send me pictures or how was she doing, or I was checking up or something. And then you text me saying like, you're the best aunt and like, I'll never take her away from you. And I was like,
Did you feel like safe?
Look, I'm gonna
She's
cry.
She about to cry. She about to
She's
cry.
crying.
because it's like,
Baby, you okay? Are you serious? Are you being serious? or not?
come
no, am I gonna lie
Damn,
a little
her eyes are tear. Okay, Bramty?
No, but she is an amazing aunt.
Damn,
Like, she
does
spoils
does it make
her.
you more emotional because you missed out on being an aunt and you were excited before and it kind of let you down and then now like you're like
Bro, you're gonna make me cry, bro.
Yeah, stop. What the
Stop.
heck?
sorry.
No, like I feel
Baby.
bad. I feel bad.
I'm just
Look,
so
I don't
happy
like
that
crying.
you get to experience
I don't know-
this because I
yeah.
see you like being an aunt to our daughter, and it's just a beautiful thing to see like how you are with her and how you spoil her, and it's just I don't know. You're just like
I agree.
in
like,
another light.
Yeah, Brandon's like you're
glowing.
like all
You
jokes
have that
aside,
aunt
like
glow.
I know we like joke around, but like you're literally like, a great. She's literally a great aunt. Like literally, like so. With obviously, I don't want to go too deep into it, but from our last podcast, it was mentioned like my son, this, that, and whatever, and then Bramty literally like was like, bro, like I want to see him, this, that, and obviously there was things that was an obstacle or a wall to prevent that.
Yeah.
And obviously, Veronica came into our lives, and she became somebody that not is just like a friend to you. She's became a great friend,
No, it's a friend,
a
a
best
sister.
friend, a
Yeah.
sister.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
and
100%.
So
like
you-
our relationship is.
and you guys know, like
solid,
both of you guys
yeah.
are like a great uncle and aunt. Like you guys
Yeah.
are constantly
Amazing.
texting, group chatting, like, oh hey,
Like
the
we have her in
baby.
the family
I don't want to say
group
the name
chat.
yet.
Like,
Yeah.
it's nothing weird where she's like excluded. Like she's included in everything. Like the group chats. Like we've like,
Literally, there's a
she's-
group chat dedicated to updates about your baby.
No, but
Yeah,
like,
literally.
no, but you're a great aunt. 'Cause there's not a lot of aunts and uncles that are like asking. They're like, oh, whatever. But you guys
Yeah,
are like
you ask about
constantly
her all the time. You
sending
call me on
gifts.
FaceTime.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, like,
and I
yeah.
saw firsthand like how much you really wanted to be an aunt
Yeah.
back then. Like you pushed really hard.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Wait,
I don't want
pushed. Oh,
to be
yeah.
in your son's life.
Basically, when the baby came into the life and like I saw her in the hospital room and everything, it just like them, like just you guys getting together and like you filled a void in your hearts.
Yeah.
Like kind of same thing in me. Mine's not as dramatic or as like serious as what they went through, but in my life, that was like something that I had going on. So I like love the baby. She's like the cutest little baby with the biggest eyes,
cute.
and she's just like, she's so cute. Like she, like new family member unlocked in our family.
She's so goofy.
Yeah.
And yeah, I love her so much. And no, yeah. So you guys know kind of that about me, the whole, you know, feeling like an aunt, didn't feel like one, this and that. But now I do feel like an aunt, and I'm very happy. And Lewis and I, we're both like so obsessed with her. And then my kids too, Malcolm, Penelope, and Levy, they like love their cousin. So yeah, it's definitely like ever since like you came into our lives, like you've helped Richard heal, but also like me in a way, and then my mom, and like so yeah.
That's so cute.
Yeah, I definitely feel healed. Like there's days I'm down. Like that's what I'm saying. Like a partner should not just be there physically or whatever. It should be mentally, emotionally,
And not just in the good times. Like it's good and bad. You have to be there for both.
She knows how I am. Like she knows when to talk to me when I'm upset or I don't want to be talked to. Like she knows everything about me, and that's what makes her such a great partner to me.
And it's the mutual respect that we have.
Yeah,
for
and
each
you
other.
guys-
There is.
And you guys have a special like how you guys came up, because I'm thinking about it, like a lot of couples when they start, they have their dream, which I'm not saying you didn't have it. You probably were falling in love with each other, but it's very dreamy, it's very perfect. But you guys had almost the opposite, where you guys started very rough because you were going through stuff.
We
going
entered
through stuff,
with something into the relationship.
but then you flourished through it, and it's like that's what makes you probably
It's like you
way stronger
prevailed.
than-
It was good. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that she gets along with you.
Yeah.
And you and my mom. And that's something that means a lot to me, because obviously we're close and we always talk and whatever. Like we fight, and everybody fights or whatever.
family stuff.
It's part of family, but she obviously is like a glue. Like if we get to like some type of little disagreement or whatever, she's there still kind of like gluing it together. Like, so what's up? And then it's like, whoa, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's definitely a blessing, and yeah, I'm just happy that you guys get along. That's my biggest thing. Like you guys get along.
Yeah.
because we're like similar in a way. We like a bunch of the same things.
Yeah.
How do you guys do it? Shopping.
You have their own language, bro.
We have
They
this
have their own
thing where
language.
we love going to TJ Maxx and Marshalls, and the guys like kind of get irritated when we do that a lot because they have to
Yeah.
stay with the kids.
We do it often.
But we have like a secret language where we just flip the words backwards. So I'll be like, "Hey, Veronica, you want to go to JK?"
And I'll be like, do you want to go to some for TJ Maxx?
When they do those things, me and Liz are like, oh my god, that's Goodwill or Marshalls or Ross.
TJ
Or,
Maxx,
thrifty.
or thrifty.
one of those sister franchises, right?
Yeah, because you're an only child.
Yes,
so
I
you don't
am.
have siblings, and I don't have a sister. So I feel like we
We fill
Connect.
that void
Well,
in each
Connect.
other.
in each other, yeah.
Kendra.
Well, yes, my half sister Kendra, which we just met, but
You didn't grow up
she
with a
lives,
sister.
Yeah, I didn't grow up with her, and she lives all the way in Cayman Islands, so it's hard. But yeah, so I do have another sister, but you're also like a sister too. And when you got with Richard, did you know who we were?
No, not at
Not at
all.
all.
Not at all. Absolutely not.
And I believe that
Yeah.
100%.
He told me, yeah, I have a sister that's like a YouTuber, and I'm like,
Was he using that to like flex?
no, he actually wasn't.
Oh, okay.
He actually told me that usually like the girls that he would go with wanted just to be with him because of you.
that, yeah.
So he was like nervous about that, but when he asked me, I'm like, I'm sorry, but I don't know who that is.
Okay, good.
Like, I don't know
So
who that
I
is.
wanted a genuine connection.
Yeah.
And-
Yeah, yeah.
No, that's good.
But
Someone with
I asked her that. I asked her that after I told her
going in
about
for
the kid.
benefits.
So after the kid
Then
conversation,
you were
I
the
asked her
next
that.
topic.
That was the next conversation.
Yeah, she had
These
no,
are all the
she had no
boxes that
idea.
he was trying to check off.
Oh, that's
Wow.
So
good.
how I verified
good job,
because
bro.
I saw her Instagram and stuff like that, and it wasn't anything like trying to do like your typical
like trying to be like an influencer.
No, it
or
was
nothing.
very like normal.
Chill, low key.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
low-key.
barely posting.
Yeah, yeah,
barely
exactly.
on social media because you were like focused in school.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Damn,
That's where all my time went.
yeah.
damn. Richard had a lot of boxes.
So I was like,
Check
Juanita
him
can
out.
cook,
Educadita.
is going to school, college,
Bonita.
bachelor's degree, medical, and all that stuff. I was like, dang, bro, I'm about to be a home.
Bro, you won the
Stay-at-home dad.
lottery.
Nice.
You won the lottery. I'm just saying.
Yo.
Dime que te
Se lo
cocino.
ganó. Se lo ganó.
Se lo-
Se lo
Oh,
ganó.
wait, me lo gané. Yo.
Ay, ay, ay.
Okay, guys. So we got deep into it. We let out our emotions.
Richard got deep into her.
I cried, which I never do because I like being cold and
Sorry.
fria, so I don't like crying. But before we end out this podcast, we have to bring out a very special guest.
Oh my
guys,
gosh.
a
This
very,
guest
very
is so
guest.
special.
Yeah, very special. Ma.
Es tu turno.
Before we get here, Louis, what you think about Veronica when you first got here?
I thought like she was very nice, and I thought she was too quiet because she. But I mean, but
Yo, I
That's
was
true.
so
Especially for a
quiet.
Cuban?
Yeah,
I
for a
was
Cuban,
so
yeah.
quiet. Yo, I went into this family and I'm like, y'all are.
I think we intimidated you, 'cause, bro.
Yeah.
When you first came in, like me and him would be fighting.
yeah, I would be like,
Yeah, because she doesn't have siblings. So me and Richard would be like saying these things to each other, which we don't
Yeah.
really do what we don't mean. And I'm sure you were like,
And I'm like,
"What
is this normal? Like, is this
Yeah,
normal?
yeah. Like our
But
way
then
of
I
joking was.
adapted because I'm like, you brought out my crazy side too. Because I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I start off quiet, but then
Yeah. Oh, guys, look, I see the special guest coming.
Special
Before
guest.
she gets here, I want to give a shout out to all the stay-at-home moms.
Wow.
I'm gonna say
Wow.
that because honestly, I never seen it, but she is our freaking number one like stay-at-home mom, like cooking,
Aw,
take care of the baby, taking care of the house,
Wow.
and take care of the
qué
baby,
rico.
and going to school. It's crazy.
What do I just see?
All right, here we go.
She's a good one. Okay, bring the special guest over here.
The special guest. Aww.
Wow.
She's asleep right now.
my
She's
little
knocked
angel.
out.
So Louis, if you can say for Bramty, what is there a reason why you guys are obsessed with her? Like real talk. Why?
Because she's beautiful, bro.
That's
She's
it.
so- yeah, she's cute and she's your kid, and I feel like we waited for this moment. Like,
And
I
her
don't know.
personality is literally like mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like a little sweet, innocent little angel. And
And
she's the cutest thing ever.
So I'm
And,
gonna say it straight. Like
yeah.
I'm gonna be really real.
Yeah.
So Louis pissed me off yesterday because like I'm being serious.
Oh, yeah.
Not pissed me off, but it kind of got me like, dang. So I've been trying to make her laugh for weeks now. And nothing.
Yeah.
All I get from her is like those little noises.
A little giggle.
And then I don't know where I'm sleeping, and I wake up and I see the group chat, and I see a video. I click on it, and there goes my daughter, my blood, DNA, all that, laughing with this guy,
Literally
right?
Laughing with
Like
Yeah.
full
So
blown laughter.
I call Veronica, right? And I'm like, where you at? She's like, I'm with Bramty. I'm
TJ Maxx.
doing, yeah. Did you see the video?
Maxx.
She's laughing. She's like, yeah. I'm like, are you kidding me right now? So she's laughing with other guys, but not her own dad. That's
No,
ridiculous.
yeah, she literally loves Lewis. Like
Yeah.
he won't even be like
It's
looking at
crazy.
her, and she'll be staring at him, just smiling. And
I think she
smiling.
senses like my Cuban blood or something. I
Yeah,
don't know,
it's
like-
the Cuban.
the
She
Cuban
knows.
blood.
She knows her people.
Well, you know what they
Yeah,
say
yeah.
when they say babies, they see people like when they see people are attractive or like intriguing.
Yeah, yeah.
They like stare
So
at
what
you
is
a
that
lot.
supposed to mean? She doesn't even look at me. She like yesterday. Yesterday
Yeah, she
when I
was-
saw her for the first time since coming
don't
back
know.
from Costa Rica, she would turn her head every direction, even sized me, gave me the side eye, like everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
So what is that supposed to mean?
She's probably
I
like,
don't
"Wow,
know.
you
I
left
don't know.
me."
Yeah, she's like, you left me. I'll never forgive you.
But-
But I
Oh.
was sending gifts from Costa Rica.
Yeah, she
to
did.
their house because I wasn't even thinking about her when I was over there. And I was sending her gifts and everything. I'm like, don't forget me. You have anything to say?
No, I honestly think though, like seriously though, I think since we waited like a while, we saw you pregnant, and we were already going through like a little bit of a, we weren't like aunts and uncles
Yeah.
yet. I think the fact that we had anticipation and she came out and she's so beautiful and cute, and we're. And also, Bramty has like baby fever every 5 seconds.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
I also kind
100%.
of have baby fever. So I
Yeah.
feel like she's filling that like baby fever void in
Yeah.
both of us.
You know,
And
we
it's-
even said we might get pregnant at the
Dang,
same
bro.
time. You
I'm
never
still
know.
thinking about it.
She's
'cause
contemplating it.
I don't know. I don't know if I want to start all over.
The trick is lift your legs up.
Yeah, he has a vasectomy.
You can reverse that.
No. Yeah, guys. So I hope that you enjoyed today's podcast episode and that you enjoyed seeing me and Louis interact with new guests and that you enjoyed meeting Veronica and meeting Richard because now you guys can tell obviously he has like a new energy to him.
New
He's
aura.
happy.
He is so much happier. Like he's just a whole entire different person ever since he met me. That's all thanks to me.
Oh my
Yes, period,
gosh.
period.
Period. Yeah.
And Veronica, after a while of convincing her, she started her own TikTok and her own YouTube.
I'll have both their socials down below. So if you guys want to follow them, follow their journey, their life, their relationship, all that type of stuff. So thank you guys again for being on this podcast.
Thank you for having us.
And we will see you guys on the next one. I'm your host, Bramty.
I'm your host, Louis.
Bye.
Bye.
Yay Networks.